guys. So I'm just going to do a quick video on here just about my opinion from a sort of healing perspective of what's going on in England right now, because there's a lot of fear and worry and concern with politics and, you know, the election and everything that's been happening. And I truly believe that we're going through a massive shift and a change. Big changes have to happen in the whole world for Mother Earth to survive. Human beings need to change how they're behaving. Now, the only way this happens in evolution is for something to go really drastically wrong. So for you know, a system, whether it's in one country or in the whole world, for a system to change, it will only change, or we will only change it, if things start to go really terrible. And I know this from a personal massive shift and an awakening. Now, I only made changes in my life when things went really, really bad and I had to change something, and I couldn't change all the things around me that, you know, I was at breaking point. So I had to change how I saw things, I had to change how I reacted, and I had to change how I behaved with a different system of some sort. So I'm coming from that perspective, and this is my opinion and just my belief from a healing perspective, and the purpose of this video is not to jump on board what I think, and you know, in a sort of controlling way, but just to give you know, people some hope, because I see a lot of fear and a lot of stress, and I've managed to let go of fear and stress when I had masses and masses of it. So yeah, when a system breaks down, so say we've got, you know, Tories back in, and I mean, from my point of view, there's a lot of manipulation and lying and games and stuff we don't, way beyond what we see as well. So I mean, I don't trust any of it, to be honest. My instinct and my gut around the issues of trust are very, very strong and very high. And it's quite difficult for me actually sometimes, but I have very high PTSD, and I went through a lot of trauma, and so I really recognise when there's a lot of manipulation there. So, and this is what's happening on TV and with advertising and with all different leaderships, with all different parties, and it does concern me about what, you know, where is it coming down from? You know, who's making up. It's a bit like a game, isn't it? But this is really serious stuff, because life is not a game, you know. There's serious issues with children, there's serious issues with abuse issues, there's serious issues with suicide, with mental health, with Mother Earth, and if we don't tackle these properly, none of us are going to be here, because Mother Earth will have enough, won't she? And she's showing that now with weather and torrential, you know, behaviour with weather things all around the world. So I do believe it's her waking us all up, actually, just to change and shift our behaviour and to go back to nature, to actually look at how we are as animals, as the word spiritual beings, I think is actually just to go back as how we work, as without being told by this system how to work. If we go work from our heart, from our trust, from love and from compassion, and nature is all around us, and it has a system, it has patterns, and it has elements. And if we look and research into this, we can have faith in it. And luckily, obviously, I had my acupuncture degree, which actually does teach you this. The trees can teach us, everything has a pattern, and how the flowers work, how we change with the seasons, how everything in nature has a purpose. And us as human beings, we've lost how to be in touch with our purpose. And if we have that, we all behave in a holy, spiritual, compassionate, kind way, and we need to go back into that, and that is which is healing. And this is the only way we're going to get on top of a whole system which is totally seems to be very manipulating and financial and egotistic power, basically. That's the way I see it, which is very sad. And it is putting the fear of God into people. It's really scaring people. And when we are in a state of fear, we cannot heal. We cancer cells develop. We get very angry. We get stressed. Nothing good comes from this. So why are they doing it? So we really need to think in a different way, outside the box. And a good place to start is if each individual, especially adults, if we all go in and heal ourselves, our inner stuff, then we can circulate, we can help with our children, and everybody does this, and then we become resourceful, we find our own purpose, we get much more creative, we get much more into the right brain, which is creative and happy, where the education system, every kind of system in this realm that's been made is a very left brain, very controlled, very robotic. It was all created back for soldiers and factory workers and things like this. And I do believe the children coming through are trying to wake us up to say, with these mental health, that they're not happy with this either. So how are we going to change if we don't listen to them? So there's all little messages everywhere about how we need to change. So in a way, everything going a bit Pete Tong out there, a bit wrong, and having all these crazy people leading us that we don't trust, is a way of us going, well, whatever, I'm just going to get on with my own life. In a good, healthy way. And that's what I did. I was in every single, bracket of trying to get this support, your social services. I was in the family court system, and the legal system. We were in the education system, the health system, all of them, and they were all making my life worse. And I was just calling for help. And in the end, I ended up just cutting them all off, and I managed to heal my life, and it was transformational, and that is why I feel very, very strongly, very, very passionately, because the techniques I learned saved my life. And there's a lot of people out there very stressed, and can be a breaking point. I mean, suicide rates are really, really, really high, which is really, it's really true in my heart. This is why I'm so passionate of this. So anything that I can do to help, I would like to do, hence why I'm doing these videos. But do not be afraid of systems breaking down. There's a reason for it. There's always a reason for it. And it's to have faith and, just listen to our hearts. And everything that's outside is actually a reflection of what's going on inside. So it's like we're all having this sort of system breakdown, and we're going to learn how to trust, to go back to nature, back to our spiritual realm, and be connected with our, true source and power. And we're all amazing. All right. So lots of love. I hope that helps. And inbox me if any questions. Okay, take care. Bye.